Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So welcome to week 2 of our spring postcard challenge in the Facebook group. Week 2's prompt is "The Earth Laughs in Flowers." So I had lots of ideas for this week. I've decided to go with something different again from last week. And I thought I would use one of my masterboards. Now, this isn't anything fancy. As you can see, it's all just textbook page of different kinds and different colours. And what I've done here is I've just put in a piece of dictionary page that has the word earth on it. So this is the part that I want to use for this week. Okay, so this is the postcard I want to use. It's nothing fancy. I like the back of it, lots of writing space. The front of it is just, nice enough, but I wouldn't use it in my journals. This is one of from my travels, my solo travels, many years ago. I did all over Italy, and this was one of the places I went. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the postcard to get the right size. So the first thing is I just want to give myself a straight-ish edge. So let me just pop that in. Okay. Let's just hope that's given us a somewhat straight edge. So what I can do is just lay that here. And just cut it down. Thought this would just be the easiest thing I can think of. Sorry about my my coughing today. Okay, right, let's go for it. I suppose what I could have done is just glued the masterboard on top of the postcard and then cut around it. That would have been easy to do as well. Easier than finding a pencil marking, that's for sure. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm just going to go ahead and get this glued down. So I'm going to use the my Fabri-Tac or my beacon, just because I've got it here. And it's a strong glue because this is a shiny surface. But I will be stitching around this when I'm ready. So let's do that. Might have to cut a little bit of the postcard down, but that's not the end of the world. I'll just, so yeah, maybe it would have been easier just to glue the postcard onto the masterboard. That would have been much easier. Oh, and then I forgot to mention, on my masterboard, you might notice these just like brown splodges, and they're a bit shiny, like metallic in person. This is what I was using. It's Cosmic Shimmer, Airless Mister, Pearlescent, and it's Copper Blaze colour that I've got. I really like to use that because it's neutral enough whilst still being pretty and sparkly and all the rest of it. Okay, so that's glued down well enough for now. Okay, so that's my base, nice and simple this week. Now, this idea, I do have ideas, but I'm a little bit unsure how it's going to go. So we're just going to find out. So obviously I've got Earth represented here, so I don't want to hide that or cover it up. But what I did think about, because I want to bring in some flowers and things, I did wonder whether I could do something with these bits of napkin. This comes from, part of this napkin with the bunny on. I used the bunny for something else, so I had these little bits left over. And I might very well you know, tear into this one and use a bit more, because I'm thinking if I use a bit more of those ferns. Now, you could use a water brush if you want to be a bit more precise with, you know, ripping things out from your napkins, but in my case, I'm just going for it. So I'm thinking I could have, I kind of want, yeah, a green background is what I'm thinking, and this is to represent Earth alongside the is that upside down? Yes, it is. To represent Earth alongside my dictionary image. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think I want some more grass, and that's going to be representative of Earth as well. At least in my head it is. Alright, don't laugh over the napkin, Justine, you're going to send it flying. Okay, so just tear this down. I mean, there's so many things that we could have done with this prompt. I know I had lots of ideas. So, do we want, as I say, I don't want to cover up that. And what I am wondering is whether I could do the greenery there and have the flowers come into the rest. So I've got a bunch of the flowers cut out, so I'm just going to have a little bit of a play around with where these might end up going. Okay, so I know I definitely, oops, I definitely want this one going off here. That's very pretty, isn't it? So I definitely want some flowers in there. So maybe that. But I definitely want Earth represented, you know, beyond just this. So I'm just going to tear this one down a bit so there's a bit less to it. And I don't want them to be, you know, mirror images of each other. I mean, what if I just put that one on top like that? Okay. It's one of those things, is like, you're never really sure how these projects are going to go until you actually start putting everything together. Thinking, I like the pinks reflected there. I just don't know if I'm trying to do too many things with having the napkin on there as well, but I am liking that. And then I've got the prompt again. I've I've copied these into a Word doc that I've got on my Buy Me a Coffee. Now I could have that down there, but then I feel like we're missing something up there. Now I am going to stitch around this whole piece, but I want to do that after I've done the napkin. So that's why I'm looking now, because I don't want to leave it too late and then not be able to put the napkin on. But I am thinking it needs something up there. I really like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a think about that one. So I definitely want the grass down the bottom, so that part we can do. Okay, so I'm going to just make some space because I want to get my my mat out. There we go. Righty. Okay, so I'm using gel matte medium. This is the one that I've got. I like to use this for decoupage, using napkins, etc. Because it doesn't stay tacky like Mod Podge, and it's a lot more forgiving, I think. You could just use PVA glue as well, but I was just letting you know what I like to use. So I'm going to get the napkin down, so I'm going to focus on the grass first. then I'm just gonna go over that, make sure that's all down. If you don't have matte medium and you want to use napkins, you could just use glue stick. You just have to be a bit more careful with it. Okay, now I'm not bothered if I get little tears in the grass, because I kind of want it to be not perfect. I want it to be a little bit rustic, because after all it is a just a collaged postcard. Tell you what I do want to do. I want to oh, you'll laugh. I would love to get out some like gold paint and splatter this grass. I don't know why. I want to add sparkle to everything, me. So I'll need to leave this to dry, and then once it's dry I can then go around with my stitching, and that will help protect the napkin as well, at least the edges, to keep them from coming up. So make sure I've not got any air bubbles. That's that. Hoping you can see okay. As I say, I'm not being really precious about this napkin, because I would actually like it if it had a few wrinkles here and there, because and a few tears and indiscrepancies and all the rest of it. I think it would be interesting. Right, so then we want to kind of merge this in somehow. So I think we had it about there-ish, didn't we? So I'm enjoying these postcards. It's I think the prompt gets you thinking, first of all, and then yeah, it just I like projects where you can just do a bit at a time, and you know, sit there for half an hour decoupaging a bit of napkin on, wait for it to dry, and then come back and do another part of it. I like projects like that, I think. I can't do this like every week for all year. I wish, but the odd month here and there. So if Mandy wants, I do hope that we'll bring the challenge back. And then I'm thinking if I do that there, that's that. The good thing about the napkin is it does sort of blend in to the background a bit, and they just sort of blend into each other. And then if you find that you need them to blend even more, so I'll see how I feel once it's all dry, you can then use gesso to go around the edges. Again, I'm not an expert in these things, it's just things that I've picked up from other crafters, people I watch, people I speak to, all sharing ideas. Okay, perfect. So as I say, I need to leave that to dry. I'm just checking I haven't got any air bubbles. And then once that's dry, I'll stitch around it. So the next time you see this, I should have this grassy base ready to be used. I'm excited. All right, I'll hit pause. I'll be back shortly. So we're all dry now, and then I've also stitched around it. It actually took a lot less time to dry than I thought it would. Being a cold day, I really thought it would take a lot longer than that. I only left it for a couple of hours. So I'm liking that. I absolutely love that. I'm not going to do any more. What I have done is I went over the background with my brush and a little bit of ink, just to tone down the whiteness and just to blend in some of those edges. And really, as a background, I'm not going to do anything else because I really like it. So I've just been having a play around with some of these fussy cuts, and I think I know what I'm going for now. So obviously I still want to use flowers to go with the whole the earth laughs in flowers quote. Much the same as what I was going to do earlier, but I'm thinking I don't want to cover up that word earth, so I'm just keeping an eye on where that is, because I do want that to be visible. And then I thought I would just start bringing in, really just layering up these flowers. Oops, just pop that bud out just there so we can see that. Don't know if that's something. And then have that be there-ish. I haven't inked around anything yet. And then I've got the word earthly where I've just put that butterfly, so I'm thinking I'm trying to draw attention to it a little bit, so I'm kind of putting the butterflies around the dictionary page so that your eye kind of goes there, and then hopefully, if I've done it right, your eye would be drawn to the word earth. And you know what? I don't think it needs anything else. I really thought today's one was going to be a lot more to it. But I didn't know how the decoupaging was going to go. I didn't know if I was going to need to add more to the background, like some gold splatters or something. But no, I really like that. So I'm just going to give all of these an ink, and then, well, I might as well just glue them down, I suppose, because they're not going to be anything different from what you've just seen me do. So I'll do that, and then I'll bring it up and show you how it looks. So today's video will be very short and sweet, but I hope that it's given you some ideas of how you can tackle this week's prompt. So before I end up doing all of the inking on the camera, I'm going to hit pause and I'll come back to you. Okay, that's everything glued down. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Obviously I wanted the background to be quite blendy, and then obviously we've got the dictionary page with the word earth. As I say, I've got a butterfly here for the word earthly, and I've got this one, and I'm hoping that as you move forward it kind of, I wanted that to be the text that stands out, obviously alongside the quote. And then yeah, we've got all the flowers. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's even got a sparkle from that spritzy spray I added to the masterboard. I'm happy with it. I don't know if I want to go around some of these edges with gesso, particularly around the word. Like, I don't know if it sort of stands off the page too much. I don't really know. I don't do this stuff very often, as you might have guessed. So I'm still, I am still learning. But I was glad to get those bits of napkin used up. I really like how that looks. And then obviously we've got all the fussy cuts just jumping off of the page like that. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I think I'm finished. But as with all of these things, sometimes you just need to sit with it for a while. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Week 2 complete. So I'm looking forward to seeing your postcards for this week. I'd love to see how you interpret this particular prompt. And yeah, on to week 3 next Wednesday. So thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope that you like it, and I hope you're enjoying the challenge. I am filming slightly ahead, but I have already started seeing some postcards go up, and loving them so far, and it's wonderful. I always love these challenges because people interpret things in different ways. Even making the postcard, people can do different things. Like for this week, I did obviously the masterboard and then just stitched it onto an actual postcard. But there's so many different things you could have done to get your base. But yeah, I'm really loving it. So thanks so much, and we'll speak soon. Bye-bye for now.